Once upon a time, on a hot summer day, he spotted a pitcher on a nearby table. On closer look, he saw that there was some water in it. The crow was overjoyed. With a loud caw, he swooped down and landed near the pitcher. He looked inside and was disappointed. The water level was very low, and the pitcher's neck was too narrow. He tried to reach in with his beak, but it was no use. The crow felt much better. His thirst was finally quenched, and he was ready to fly back home. Before he left, suddenly, a strong wind came out of nowhere and blew the boat out of his hands. The boat floated away into the river. The boy was heartbroken. He ran along the bank, calling out for his boat. But the river was wide and the current was strong. The boy felt helpless. Just then, a wise old man sitting nearby spoke up. "Don't be sad," he said. "Your boat may be gone, but there's always hope." The boy looked up in surprise. "What do you mean?" he asked. The old man smiled. "Go to the other side of the river and sit down," he said. "Then build another boat and let your hope flow into it." The boy thought about it for a moment. Then he ran to the other side of the river and sat down. He took some sticks and leaves and started building a new boat. As he worked, he remembered the old man's words. Let your hope flow into it. Hope for a happy ending, hope for a bright future, hope for a better life. The boy put all his hope into his new boat and set it sail. It drifted across the river and reached the other side. The boy ran to meet it and picked it up. He knew that even if it wasn't the same boat, it was still a reminder of his hope. The moral of the story is that we should never lose hope. No matter how bad things seem, there's always a chance for a happy ending. So whenever you're feeling down, remember the boy in his boat and let your hope flow into your life. He took one last look at the pitcher and hopped away. The crow felt disheartened. All this way he had brought himself to this pitcher only to find that he couldn't get to the water. A thirsty crow was flying around in search of water. He searched everywhere, the trees, the bushes, the ponds. But it was all dry. Not a single drop of water could he find. The water rose a little, but then the crow kept dropping the pebbles one by one. Slowly, whenever the crow passed by that house, he would stop by the pitcher. He would take a few pebbles in his beak and drop them into the pitcher, raising the water level just enough for him to have a nice drink. The water level began to rise higher and higher. The crow continued his work patiently. He dropped the last pebble into the pitcher and hopped back. The water level was now high enough for him to drink. He looked at the water, then at the pebbles, and then drank the cool water to his heart's content. The sun beat down on his head, and his throat was parched with thirst. He was so thirsty that he was beginning to lose hope. Just then, he looked around to see if there was anything he could do. And that's when he saw some pebbles lying on the ground. He picked up a pebble in his beak and dropped it into the pitcher. You might wonder why he was doing this. Well, he was doing the smartest thing a thirsty bird could do. Do you know what happens when you drop a pebble into a pitcher full of water? The water level rises. That's exactly what the crow was hoping for. Then he picked up another pebble and dropped it in. Still another and still another. He kept dropping the pebbles into the pitcher. Now at first, after drinking from that day on. Once upon a time, a young boy was sitting under a tree. He was playing with his toy boat.